Hello, this is Alex. I said I was going to do a coming out video, and this is it. Um, Sorry about my old channel still, but yeah, hoping this video will help people who are in the same situation, or were in the same situation. Basically, right, I will just to get, just in case you haven't seen my other video, I'm 15, I live in the United Kingdom, and yeah, I'm in year 10 at school. Sorry if you're from like the States and don't know what year 10 is in like your grade, because you have like grades and like sophomore and stuff. I don't have a clue what it is in that, but I'm 15. Um, so yeah, here we go. It's just over a year since I told the first person that I was gay, because it was on the 17th of December 2011 that I told a boy I really liked that I was gay. I told him like an evening because I so had a huge crush on him, really liked him. I had a crush on him for ages, for months and months and months, but then that went away ages ago. um, yeah, basically I told him, really panicked about it, tried to tell him the next day it wasn't true. I had this really horrible feeling inside me, and then eventually it started to go away. And then I told another friend who she was like one of my friends from school. She is awesome. She was great about it. Then I told another friend who was a girl because we both liked the same boy, and then she was like really upset because this boy said that she looked like a man. I was like, me. And then like I was like, ooh, he's quite hot, isn't he? And she was just like, what? And then I was just like, yeah. And she was like, oh, so like, yeah. And she's awesome. And then I don't know who I told like my friendship group at school, and they were all so helpful. It was unbelievable. And then basically I told one girl who told everybody who at school, which at first I hated her for it, but now it's like you did me a favour, and me and her are quite well, we're good friends now. We walk around school comparing boys, you know. That's awesome. And yeah, and then I had this. We went to Turkey for a holiday or a vacation, depending on where you're from. And I started to get this idea in my head. You know, I might tell my parents that I'm gay. That might be a good idea. And I thought, okay, coming out day is coming out. National Coming Out Day is coming up. Sorry, because it was October it's on the calendar somewhere. October 11th, I think it was. Basically, I built up to all that, and then it was October 7th when my mum and my dad we all went to London. Me, my mum, and my dad, and then we were on the way back, and we were sitting in this restaurant, and my mum's like, "So, who's your boyfriend? No, who's your girlfriend? Sorry." And then I'm like, uh, "Don't have one, but if you wait a few days, you'll understand why." And then they're like, "Oh," and they're trying to guess this thing, like they're trying to guess what this thing is I'm going to tell them. And then they're guessing for like 10 minutes, and then my mum just says, "Are you trying to tell us that you're gay?" And I'm like, "Kinda, yeah." And then and she's like, "Oh, okay, that's fine." And then my dad goes like, "Oh, like that," and then he was fine. We drove home talking about it, and everything was fine. And then it took him a few days, but he came over it. He was fine. You know, it was 2 days, it was like a week of being totally awkward with him. But then he was fine. He's fine about it now. He's still a bit edgy about it, but he's fine. And Mum was fine about it. And then it was about a few days after I told them, my sister and grandmother were told. My sister she was okay about it. She knew because she guessed, you know, brother and sister. She's 22. She no longer lives with us, but because she's got her own job. But she was fine about it. And my grandmother, she was awesome because she was just like, "Oh no, you converted into a Muslim, haven't you?" And I'm like, "What? No, I'm gay." And then she was like, "Oh, thank God." You know, she's racist like that. Muslims are awesome, by the way. I know a few. one of my cousin in the States converted to Islam, and she was awesome. And her friends were awesome. And I was actually considering converting to Islam, sorry, before I understood what being gay was. So yeah, most of my family know now. I told my family in Australia the other day because I'm going to Australia and I'm staying with some of them for a few weeks. I figured it'd be a good idea to tell them. And yeah, practically all my family know now. Around school, it's really good. I've had no bullying whatsoever, and the only thing I get is some boys will take the mick, and it's fine 'cause it is funny. What they say is funny. You can't deny it. And if you know, people like there's a guy in my year he's quite popular with people, and he doesn't get bullied. And then there's like a guy in the year above who does get bullied, but that's because he's a bit of a twat. Excuse my language. And people usually go thing against him, but then he is. That's because he's all right, I guess. I've never taken the piss out of him. I don't know him that well, but he gets the piss taken out of him not because he's gay, just because he's one of these people who doesn't get on with other people very well. So yeah, bullying is not a problem. Since I've come out, more people have wanted to be my friend. They've been nicer to me. Definitely noticed for that. At first it was all this, oh, gay best friends and everything, and then the people who actually really did want to be my friend, or people who would listen to me and decided that they quite liked me in a friend way, have stuck around, and that's come across, and that's really nice. I really like that. And it's awesome, having all these people. My old friends, my friends have stayed pretty constant. It's just these few that I now talk to more than I did before. I haven't shoved my old friends to one side because they've all been there, they've supported me, and I'm really grateful for what they've done. And if you're going to come out, and if you do get these new friends, you have to respect your old friends if they've respected you, because that's the best way. You can't just dump them to one side. But yeah, if you're going to come out and you think you should, I came out when I was 14, which was I've been out for what? Well, I've been out for a year technically from like the first person I told, but my parents have known for 3 months now, and it's been awesome. My parents are quite modern and accepting, so if you think that your parents won't be, like if you're deep Christian, deep Muslim, or they're just quite old-fashioned, I recommend probably not telling them for a while. But then again, if they love you, it'll probably take them a while, but they'll get over it. And if your parents are quite modern, they'll still they'll nothing will change. Like with me, it's gone back to normal. It's not spoken about a lot. It doesn't need to be. What is it? My mum is obsessed with. She keeps on telling me about all these problems with gay people and AIDS, and to be safe and everything. And I'm like, yeah, I will be. That's also a thing. Be safe, wear a condom, get tested, and stuff like that. I'm only 15. I'm not sexually active, but she's forbidden me from having a boyfriend till I'm 18 because she's worried about me getting STDs and stuff. But any mother would. So yeah. I think I'm lucky in terms that my community has accepted me, and my parents and my family have accepted me. That's awesome. That's what a lot of people don't have, and a lot of people do have as well, which is great. So yeah, I really suggest if you think your parents can take it, do. And if you're ready, because if you're not ready, don't do it because you just collapse into a mess. But you need to do it. Mine was relatively unplanned because it happened on the wrong day. But yeah, it's worked out great, and I'm so happy since I've come out. I feel easier, yeah. But again, people say if you're watching this in like 11 or something, probably not. Because I was watching a video the other day, and the guy was saying, the earlier you come out, the longer you're waiting for everyone else to come out, and in a way that's I was kind of lucky because as soon as I started telling people, the other guy in my year started telling people. It's just we didn't actually realise that we were both gay until about 5 months ago. So yeah, it was. I recommend coming out to your family and friends if you feel that they'll accept you. Chances are, if you live in the UK or in Europe, Australia, New Zealand, the States, Canada, or places like that, you're probably more likely to be accepted by your parents. I'm not going to say. I mean, as well, I don't know much about other cultures, and you probably will be accepted. But then again, if you live in somewhere like the UAE, Saudi Arabia, Iran, or somewhere like that, probably not such a good idea, because that it gets difficult. I've researched, had experience of Dubai, which is in the UAE, and there didn't tell many people I was gay, because yeah, it doesn't end too well. Well, no, it doesn't. Being gay out there is fine. It's just if you like, gay intercourse is illegal. I think it's punishable prison sentence by prison sentence. It used to be death, but I think they got rid of that. But yeah, if you live in a Western country, because that's all I've had major experience about, do it if you feel your parents can accept it. And then if you live in a country that's anti-gay, because there's some African countries and Middle Eastern countries, you need to be so careful. But then if you're in a country that's fine with it, like I don't know, Japan seems quite okay with it. I know it's not in the West, but still, Singapore, Hong Kong seem okay with it. From people I've spoken to, I think China probably is okay with it as well. I'm not sure. I know Chinese history is quite interesting because some of their emperors from like ancient emperors or whatever from a long time ago had like records of them having sex with like males, male emperors having sex with males. And I think that's it shocked me. And it's only in the last 200 years that this homophobic thing has come out in China from some people. But yeah, come out if you feel like you want to and you'll be accepted. And even if your family don't accept you, um, you're going to find someone who will accept you. And if you're 14 or whatever and your parents don't accept you and you get kicked out, you're in trouble, I guess. But then if you're 18, 19, 20 upwards and you get kicked out, so what? You've got a community that will accept you and all of that. I'm hoping people from a younger age will, like my age, will think about coming out because it is an amazing thing to do, and it would be awesome if everyone accepts it. And I should imagine there is a 99.9% chance that your parents will still love you. They will still be there for you no matter what. Trust me on that. And yeah, if you want to ask me any questions, feel free. Follow me on Twitter. I'll put my link below. So yeah, thank you for watching this. I know it's dragged on quite a bit. It can get quite boring, but still, thank you, and bye.